Morning, guys. It's a pretty shitty day today. Miserable. It's been raining all morning, and yeah, I feel like I've got no energy. Rain makes me feel so slack. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna try and get the bonnet off shortly, in a minute. Get that engine out, and yeah, see how we go today. Yeah, like I said, I'm feeling pretty slack, so we'll see how much I get done. Let's get to it. Alright, take the bonnet off. You got two 10 mils on each side. I don't know if you can see that properly. One there, one there. Hose for my washers. It's disconnected, and you're going to take your gas struts off with a screwdriver, either off up the top here or down the bottom. I'm going to take mine off down the bottom with a screwdriver. The bonnet's off. About 10 minutes worth of stuff around, and a couple of people's help. My lovely partner and my mother. But yeah, it's off. Just had a quick suss, make sure everything's sort of all good, and I do have to take one more water pipe off here, otherwise she ain't coming. Alright, about 5 seconds and that pipe is off. This one right here. This is okay. I've gone ahead and found my 4-wheel drive recovery kit and grabbed my tree trunk protector out of it, and yeah, sort of roped it up as best as I could. Yeah, I haven't, or I do, I've got the proper brackets that you would normally put on in here and in here by undoing a few bolts and putting the brackets in. But if I was gonna do that, then I'd have to waste like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours in just taking the turbo manifold itself off, because that is an absolute cracker of a job to try and do. There's like almost next to no room to get your spanner or your socket onto any bolts except the top. All the bottom ones are extremely hard. Anyway, yeah, so I've wrapped it up through there as best as I can, trying to avoid any possible oil lines, yeah, injectors, making sure that they're not gonna screw with anything. Yeah, everything seems pretty solid. Oh, there's one thing that I haven't done, which is taking this ground lead here off. It is bolted down here to the engine mount. So yeah, I'll grab my socket and yeah, get that unbolted so it's not gonna hold us up. The little things that just keep getting in the way that you don't take into consideration. Well, anyway, back to it and get this thing out. Right, so before we take this out, I do just want to go over a couple of things. First things first, I have actually supported the gearbox with my jack, just to make sure it's not gonna fall down at the front. Yeah. Again, just a quick disclaimer, I'm by no means a trade qualified mechanic, so yeah, don't hold what I do or what I say about what I do to 100% guarantee. Yeah, so yeah, in saying that, let's get to it. But one thing I want to ask you lot about these tail shaft. Now I know that you know, they get balanced, so they're bound to have some sort of a metal chunk like that on there somewhere, but I've never seen a tail shaft with a hole drilled through them. So if anyone wants to let me know what the go with that is, yeah, drop me a comment and let me know, because as far as I'm aware, these things are supposed to be gas filled, and that's apparently part of the reason why they give out, or are supposed to give out and explode somewhere close to 190, 200 k's an hour. You know, apparently it's a myth, I don't know, but yeah, that's what I've been told, that's what I know. So yeah, if you know why there is a hole drilled into that tail shaft, please let me know. Cheers. Oh, and I will try and set my camera up, aka my phone, to let you guys have a decent look at me pulling this out. Yeah, I may have to drop the car, because I think that's going to be a bit of a lift for the crane. Not so much the engine itself, but the height that I'm going to have to lift it up if I keep it there. So yeah, we'll see how we go, eh? Yeah, I hope that gives you an alright view of what's going on. Yeah, I don't really have anywhere higher to sort of set my phone or my camera, in other words, except on my table here that's a mess, that you've quite clearly seen in the last few videos. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's try and get this beast out, eh? Just want to make sure my power steering pump is out of the way to a decent degree. I'm going to get me alternator crap out of the way too. O2 sensor, can't forget about that. There's my wideband O2 sensor disconnected. Yeah, right. So there is going to be a little bit of play issues over this side, but hopefully there's enough room over the other side to move it about and get it out, because I really don't want to have to take any of this extra crap off. But yeah, it's just the ABS lines there, and the brake lines themselves as well. Yeah, we'll see how we go, eh? Alright, let's put yours back up here. Right. What is it? Oh. Must be another one, sorry. Alright, she's swinging. I need to go find a torch. So I just had to steal you guys for a minute. Something seems to be catching it up somewhere. But just had a look and everything seems pretty free. So yeah, like I said, I might just have to try and drop the car. But yeah, I don't know if you can see there, but I don't know if there's gonna be enough clearance between the intercooler and my engine grain. But she's definitely sitting there swinging. Get my starter motor out of the way. Forgot to put it up out of place here on this side. Oh, flying shit the floor. Kind of dropped the starter motor there. I don't know if that'll cause a bit of an issue sometime down the road, but whatever. We're getting there. We're getting there. Exciting. Now there is a plate, a cover plate on the back of the engine between the bell housing, the sump and the block, which may cause a little bit of havoc, but she seems to be going alright, keeping out of the way. Right, happy days so far. She is a squeeze, I'm telling you. I'm trying to move my crane this way a little bit. Oh shit. Nope. Sorry, I just thought I damaged my AC delete bearing. Oh, what was that? There are some things on here I do not like the sound of. And a couple of things that are getting in the way with the metal water pipe just here, the routes from the water pump round behind the engine. Right. That's that plate you can hear. A little bit worried right now, it's sitting on the temperature sender at the back. And really not much room to move at all. I'm trying not to damage my firewall at this point in time, if I can help it. Oh, it's a nasty tight squeeze back there. Trying to make sure everything stays as free as possible. Where did that come from? I don't know. Everything's looking good. Sorry about my bum in your face. Now the harmonic balancer at the moment is sort of scraping up against the front here, only very, very slightly. Oh, and there she comes. She's officially out of the engine bay. As you can see, it's just swinging. Now this is the point where you want to be really careful. It's not so much the rope I don't have faith in, it is rated for 10,000 kilos. It is the bolts. Right, let's get this thing up a little bit further. Just enough. Oof. Alright. It is out. Happy days. Right. So I'm just turning around at the moment. Actually, I'm going to lower it very, very gently. Ease it down. And yeah, get this flywheel off, eh? Alright. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, like I said, it's not the snatch strap that I'm using, or the tree trunk protector I'm using that I'm worried about. It's just the bolts. Yeah, so I'll get this thing off real quick and go from there. So I've been trying to get the flywheel off before I put it on the engine stand, but it's not wanting to play the game. So yeah, I think I'll put it on the engine stand and yeah, go from there. Try and set yous up here somehow and give yous a, or try and give yous a decent view of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. Oh. So I feel a bit safe moving this thing around from the engine down so low. Hey. Fuck me. I think I might have to go suss out some bolts. I don't think I've got any bolts long enough for that. And I definitely know the bolts that come out of the gearbox definitely ain't long enough. So I gotta go for a drive and get some bolts for my engine stand. Yeah, I don't have any long enough and they don't supply any. But yeah, by supply I mean they don't come with the engine stand itself. Now I gotta go find some. I've got gearbox bolts that come out of my gearbox, and I'll just go find a couple of bolts to suit the same thread and the length that I need. So yeah, let's go hunt for some bolts and see what happens. Okay, so we're here at Porter's, which is basically almost a one-stop shop for everything industrial outside of a mechanic shop or a garage. Yeah, I come here often to get any sort of bolts and stuff. It's almost guaranteed that they'll have exactly what I need. So yeah, let's go see what we got. Alright, I don't know how well you can see that, but I got all the bolts I need. So yeah, let's go home and do this stuff, eh? On the way home, we can get a feed for myself and the family. So yeah, let's do it. Peace. Got some food. Now I'm on the way home. So I'm just having a bit of a laugh to myself as I'm driving home. There's a bit of an intersection here where all the hoons around out in this area of town like to give it a gutful in the rain, or even when it's not in the rain, because it comes up a 40-degree hill. Yeah, young, dumb, you know the rest of the saying. He come round the corner and he tried to give it a gutful, and he's put his Commodore VY, as it looks to be, ute, into the ditch, front face into a bunch of trees. Now I didn't stop, but you know, he's got someone there giving him a hand. No one looks like they're hurt, so I didn't bother stopping, but I'm just having a good giggle to myself driving home the last 5 minutes. And yeah, some idiots, mate. I don't know. Look out. Okay. So, got me bolts here. Now I'm going to jack up my engine and then get it bolted to my engine stand. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do after that, because I do need to clean up my pigsty here and get it sorted for the actual teardown. Yes, I don't know if I'm going to get much more done today, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Alright, let's do it. So a little bit of change of plans. Actually taking the flywheel off the back of the engine because there's not enough room for the bolts on the engine stand at the back. But yeah, I don't know if you can see, but there is some sort of writing on there, A/S 1110, and I think that's a date. I don't know. Yeah, so it might not be the standard one that was in here. I don't know, unless it's just been inspected. I don't know, let me know what you think, if you've seen one with this on it before, and yeah, leave me a comment about it. And I do have to go get another 2 bolts, as I got 2 bolts that were wrong. These holes, hang on, not to mention, got ones to go on the sump. I've got to take the sump off, remember, so that's no good. But these ones are about 5mm deeper or something, and my bolts can't actually reach the thread. It's right down in there, so I need to go get a couple extra longer bolts. So yeah, I'll resume this video when I get back from doing that. Same place, going Porters. Catch up. So I've got the engine stand mounted, all the brackets for it, to the back of the engine. And the problem I was actually having, I can't really see, I'm doing my best, when it's on there, the bolts were rubbing directly on the flywheel. So I had to take it off. But now, as I've got that sorted and mounted on the back, like so, I can now spin it around and hopefully get it on the engine stand itself properly. Alright, let's get to it. And there you have it. She's on the engine stand, ready. Alright. So I don't know if I'm going to get much more work done this afternoon. It is 3:20 already. Yeah, a little bit of mess around here and there, having to go get bolts for the block to be able to put it on the engine stand. I thought that would have come with the engine stand itself, but in saying that, understandable, because every engine is different when it comes to bolts for their bell housing, to block adapters or sump adapters and all that, whichever way the engine is made and mated with the sump. So anyway, I think I'm gonna do a bit of tidy up so I can start the tear down tomorrow and yeah, go from there. Long day. Oh, it's been a bit of a long afternoon. Yeah, engine's out, waiting for tomorrow. Done a little bit of prep work so I don't make a mess and whatnot. Got the table ready. Put all the parts on. Yeah, cleaned up my shit pit to a degree. And yeah. So tomorrow, time to start the tear down. And fingers crossed, hopefully get that crankshaft sent away. End of the day, didn't get as much done as I had planned. Yeah, don't dislike me for it. No, it's been a bit of a mess around. Had to chase up some bolts, and unfortunately I didn't take into consideration that there was a couple of holes deeper than the others where the thread started, so I had to go out and get some more bolts to do that for the engine stand. Yeah, tomorrow hopefully I'll get everything done that I need to and get this crank sent away. Otherwise I'm going to be holding myself up by, I don't know, probably a week if I don't get it sent tomorrow, being Friday. Yeah, so it's the end of this one. Hope you enjoy the video. I hope you're enjoying yourselves, whatever time it is, morning, noon or night. And yeah, get back to it tomorrow and hopefully I'll get to where I need to be. Alright, peace.